viewers, hello. I haven't had time to make a video before work today. I had a few things on. I'm working the night shift here at the airport of Perth. So I just wanted to go over, I've been discussing the DBB and the tweaked rules, and I just want to elaborate a little bit more on what I'm talking about here. So just ignore the incorrect lot sizing there. I was just figuring out the data center a little bit for my initial trade. And it was a winner as well. So it was a short. I'm sorry. It's not a fun slides jets taking off. So I want it to be authentic. You know, you trade where you have to trade, do what you have to do. You know, this is how we get better. We adapt and we're flexible, and nothing's happening at work. So I just thought I'd do this. So essentially what's going on, all right? So here's the position. Clearly I'm not doing this anymore. So the original system that James introduced to the forum was you waited for that. There was obviously complementary price action. And there are a set of rules where, for me, essentially at least 75%, 70% of those rules had to be met. For me, it was around 5 or so. So it was price action, support resistance. There was enough room in between to actually allow for at least a 1R, but I tend to want at least 300 pips, and also it's got to be trending, and price action is very important as well. So it's got to respect those principles. It doesn't necessarily have to be a strict big shadow or kangaroo tail, but if it's a sell, an engulfing sort of setup like this is good. And so I'm still respecting those, but this is what I'm doing. I'm not waiting necessarily for the arrow. What I'm waiting for is band expansion. So for a sell, the upper band here has to be going northwards, and the lowest band, this one, has to be going southwards. Okay? Then I get in. I still go 10 pips below the low or 10 pips above the high for a buy. And what I'll do is I'll set the stop loss at the midline, and the midline here is or 20-day moving average. Okay? So that's how I'm using the bands now. So before there wasn't as well. The bands just sort of show you, it's more of a beginner's guide like training wheels really, because the bands are going to be close together obviously when price is very, very much in a tight consolidation box. But when we see this is an indicator of a potential breakout, and as you can see it actually went quite nicely. So if we're talking, this was 1%, that'd have been $260, that'd have been $97. So it's quite significant, and that's what I'm looking for. Obviously, I like a little more gap between, but I think this was my first trade, so I was a bit of an eager beaver, and I jumped in. But that's sort of what I'm looking at. If we go to another trade here as well, I was going to do a little back test as well. The internet on my phone's not great. The Wi-Fi has been switched off as well. I think everyone's gone for the night down here where I work, my particular work site. But so this is, again, another trade, so there's no arrow there. It's waited, the band expansion's taken place. We've got in. Another thing, a point of concern, is you don't want to be too far from the midline, because that would indicate to me things are a little bit overbought. So it is probably slightly overbought here, but I got in and just over break even on that one. So we'll go again. So you guys get the idea, and that's a nice one. That's a nice little trade. So you've got the price action, but it's not as strict. It's not like an exact structure like Water has. So it's a little more, free ranging, and I've introduced it recently into my demo trading, just a slight tweak, and I've had a few more opportunities. There's been, sorry guys, I've had 2 trades this week on the 4-hour. I've had a little bit of time off work. I just had Wednesday, Thursday off, luckily, and that's when the meat of the week is, trading wise. So I've had an opportunity, but there's more opportunities because you're looking for the band structure. So it's not necessarily waiting for a specific arrow. And then with the previous system, the arrow really it was good to see the price action. A lot of the time, arrows will print, but it won't be trending. It will be in consolidation. It will be a fake out. It won't be correct price action. So this opens things up for me a little bit. So I wanted to share that with you guys. That's what I'm looking for. I'll try and open up. Let's try and get a lander up, and I'll show you what's going on. All right, I'll give an explanation. And I just want to say the things what it teaches about the Monday Friday thing, I still respect, because there was an Aussie Singapore potential trade. I'm not sure if this is going to open. It's quite slow, the internet, but we'll wait. We'll wait and see. I've double clicked that previously, but that's really what I'm trying to get across, guys, because the people are watching this still. I'm noticing it's over 2,400 views now, and I just want to pass on that information. That's what I'm watching now on the chart. So I will still take, the arrow or no arrow. It's not as relevant, but previously I was very strict to that. And the problem with that is some months you'd have no trades at all, even on the 4-hour chart. So, and is that a problem for me? Well, it is when I see things going up that I know are going up, and they do, and there's multiple missed opportunities. So I just want to thanks to Solar, who did mention this to me. He's been extensively researching this and is backtesting a system that I'm also backtesting, just to give him my feedback. And I just want to say, yeah, it's pleasing. There's more potential trades, but it's still, you've got to be very picky. And the Aussie Singapore I ruled out last night because it was a Friday, and I said, well, the buyers, that it was heavily bullish, late last night around midnight Perth time, and I knew that they were going to, close out around 4 or so, end of New York, and that's what happened. It retraced, and 5 a.m. is when the markets close here on the Saturday morning in Perth, and that's what happened. It retraced, and I would have, closed out on the weekend on a bit of a slump, because made 3% this week as well. So yeah, so that's what's going on, guys. I'll just try and bring this up. Yeah, I got in on this, the New Zealand dollar, cashed out there, made a little bit of money. Let's bring it up. Let's bring up the account history. Well, this is meant to be a backtesting video, but just want to it's heavily related though to my backtesting, because I backtest exactly what I trade. Alright, so we'll go down. So that was the New Zealand dollar. Okay, when I got in on the 6th. This is covered in the Road to Redemption, my exact entries, and Aussie yen as well. So that part of me, so that wasn't, well, it was just this month. So I've had 4 trades so far this month, or 4 total positions, 2 trades. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate the guys watching, and thank you for adding to my view count. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message. I probably shouldn't run the webcam. It's quite dark. But guys, thanks for watching, and happy trading, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.